Alrighty, yeah. You know, as Jason from Home Movie said, points. The points are all that matters. You got to get points.
Yeah, we don't know points.
You don't get anything.
Yeah, so we were just talking about, by the way, everybody, Harlequin here, along with 5-Star General, and we are moving on to Game 3 between VindicareX and Edtjuh, and we spent quite a bit of time here discussing rules and map choices, and all of these players really want to win, so making sure that they get just the right combination of who gets to veto what and what map's going on here. So we are moving on to Leviathan Hive, and it looks like we got VindicareX playing as the Force Commander, and I'm pretty sure Edtjuh had Warp Spider Exarch selected. Am I right there?
Yeah, he had the WSE selected.
Nice.
I don't think I've seen Edtjuh play any other Elder.
Yeah.
To play other than Warp Spider Exarch, honestly.
Man, so we got a nice tough-looking game set up here, and everybody's making sure that they know the rules inside and out for this stuff. High-stakes gaming it is indeed. Points are on the line, as you said. I welcome any
points.
I welcome
Points.
any Brendan Small references are fine by me. They're all totally kosher in this environment. And it looks like Russia has caught up with us, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so this is going to be Game 3, an ace match in the round of 8. And all right, so that Warp Spider Exarch already on his way out. We've got the Howling Banshees building. We've got the Tactical Marine Squad on its way out, and the Force Commander. Force Commander indeed. I got to say, you know, for all that people are saying about him being underpowered or underplayed or whatever, it seems like I see a lot of top players playing Force Commander, so I don't know about any of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, we did see, we've seen Tex play quite a bit of Force Commander recently, and I think some, a lot of top players really, some players just like, oh, you're only a top player because you abuse X, Y, Z. But really, a lot of top players actually are such that they really want to get better. They really want to improve. And they actually are top players for other reasons.
Yep.
They are literally just really good players. So they'll go ahead, like Tex will go ahead and play like Force Commander. Say, you say this is like one of the worst heroes in the game, I'll go ahead and play him and prove you otherwise. And or figure out, okay, maybe you're right and this is why. And then we can all say, all right, we did the best we could.
Yeah, I think so many people focus on why Apo is really, the Apothecary is really strong, that they don't give a lot of merit to some of the other heroes out there. And yeah, the Tex in particular had some really, really good commented replays where it was just like, he just did a great job against skilled players using it. So I love seeing people push the boundaries of metagame to make it work. Like today, Force Commander versus Warp Spider Exarch. So it looks like we're opening up pretty solidly right now with each player just kind of capping everything on their side of the map. No third unit yet for VindicareX. Could be saving up for power. Could be saving up for a second tack squad. Looks like he's on his way to 400 rec. And here's our first little skirmish right now.
Yeah, it looks like a second tack squad would be in the works. We have actually seen the last Texanius versus Warp Spider Exarch battle I saw, I believe, where he played Force Commander, I should say. He went double tax. Now that was in response to double Rangers, though. So we'll have to see exactly what goes down here, because we are obviously not seeing double Rangers from Edtjuh.
A little bit of battle cry right there out of the Force Commander right now, as he is just kind of special attacking his way through those Howling Banshees.
VindicareX getting in melee with his tax with the Howling Banshees here. His Force Commander's charging back to go ahead and battle cry and deal with them. But Force Commander's going to be pretty low too. Tax are going to lose a model, and they're going to get chased down. Will they lose a second model?
Perhaps?
No, they
looks
will
like he's
not.
Gonna give up chase there. And just start capping that power node immediately. I love not even hesitating to grab turf. The second that a battle is over, you can see Edtjuh is just picking up everything he can, putting pressure on the power generators right now with his double Guardian squads. There is that second tack squad on the field right now, just in time for the Shuriken weapons team to be popping out on the field as well.
Yeah, so we're probably going to see at least one or maybe even two of those from Edtjuh today to go ahead and control those tactical Space Marines as best as he possibly can. So but we see too, we might see a very heavy tier 1. We might see VindicareX actually just try to skip ahead very quickly to tier 2. It's going to be very tough, though, if this kind of pressure is consistent from Edtjuh, because you need generators to get the tier 2, obviously.
Yep. Yeah, strong map control right now. It is a 3 cap. And by the way, viewers at home and probably viewers on the stream, I am showing the victory points are reversed.
Yep, same.
Yep, 3 victory points right now, which are showing as blue, but honestly they are belonging to the red player, Edtjuh. So Edtjuh is up 500 right now to 382 for VindicareX. VindicareX dropping down power generators on top of his contested power node.
Very nice job here by Edtjuh. We saw that he was engaging. Well, number one, actually, his Warp Spider Exarch was going to chasing the Force Commander. Oh, double grenades! Grenades!
Oh!
They keep on moving, but they do take some pretty big damage from that. Although, because they were able to tank that, they're going to go up here. They're going to be able to deal with these Guardians, force them off. The Guardians have no more grenades to give. They will back off, and this Force Commander here is chasing this Shuriken Weapons Cannon platform team. But I'd say that was nice before. There was Edtjuh with his War Spider Exarch was chasing some tacks, and VindicareX was Force Commander, and then ran into just one too many attacks. Instead of jumping like back to the safety of his Guardians, he actually jumped over to the victory point that the scouts were capturing, forced the scouts off, and then captured it for himself. By the way, there is that second Shuriken in production that I mentioned that we probably would see. We are seeing it. Looks like both, well, the Bearman, we're seeing a relatively committed Tier 1 from Edtjuh here, and the Sergeant Scouts with shotguns are a little bit of a notable commitment here from VindicareX as well.
Yeah, that double Shuriken team is going to be really tricky here for VindicareX to deal with because his double tack squads, as you said, are going to be very well controlled by the suppression of that, and it gives Edtjuh just a lot of possible battlefield configurations and a lot of advantage, I would say, early game. So the real challenge here for VindicareX to overcome that, and I am indeed intrigued by the fully upgraded scout squad there. That seems like a real commitment.
There is one upgrade that we haven't seen from them yet, but do you think we're going to see it? I believe infiltration.
Oh yeah.
That. And you know, there aren't with 2 Shurikens, you usually do not see Rangers on top of that just because it's so much Tier 1 expense. So usually there goes your detection for that. Here they go, they're dodging, trying to get a grenade in, and they're just waiting for the Shuriken to set up, and Edtjuh is just kind of like, you know, doing some nice micro here. Look at this, he's just not totally setting up, and he's just inflicting attrition on the scouts. They can't, and in fact they lose their leader.
Oh!
And a grenade on the tacks, and they take.
He was baiting him with that. That was awesome. He was just like luring him. He was just like, "Oh, come in and fight this. Come in and fight this." And VindicareX was just like, "I don't know what to do here. Why are you doing that?" And bam, he took so many losses on that scout squad. Beautiful. So we got a little bit of a battle cry coming out right now from the Force Commander, laying into that Shuriken weapons team. These double buff tactical Marine squads right now, having no problem with these Guardians, putting quite a lot of force onto them. And nice little retreat here. So that was a good counterattack. But I thought that move with the scouts was quite
amazing. Yeah. In the meantime, very nice usage of the energy shield here by Edtjuh. And the grenade! Oh, look at that! Amazing usage of this energy shield. He allows the Shees to go ahead and finish what they were doing. He pops the grenade so that the tactical Space Marines cannot flank the shield immediately. They've got to wait for the grenade to finish, and then actually a very kind of a nice move to target the Force Commander there. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to pull it off.
He almost died to his sync kill there.
Yeah, that sync kill basically saved the Force Commander. What Edtjuh was trying to do there was focus the Force Commander down. If you figured if he focus the Force Commander down, forces the Force Commander off, there's no melee support for those tactical Space Marines between the Guardians and the Banshees. He may actually be able to go ahead and just deal with the tack straight up here. And meanwhile, though, Edtjuh is going Tier 2. VindicareX is about 85 power, and getting forced off the field here. He cannot replace the Scout Sergeant at this point in the game. In fact, he's not even really reinforcing his Scouts, although he does have the requisition to go ahead and do that whenever he wants.
Yeah, man, he's taking some pretty serious losses here. So on the way to Tier 2 for Edtjuh, we'll have to see what he's planning here. But Edtjuh has got some serious control over the map right now. Tac Squad being forced out.
Grenade!
Into the path! Grenade strike takes out 2 Space Marine models! Oh! That is expensive. That is going to hurt. Wonderful, wonderful grenade retreat paths here for Edtjuh today. Once again, he is just the master of that little retreat tactic there. I love it.
Oh, man, you know, just Spore Mines just aren't the same.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. And just wonderful battlefield positioning right now as he's threatening the power generators right now for VindicareX. Got nice overlapping fields of fire in the Shuriken weapons team. Really good defensive positions here, or offensive positions, I should say. We've got some fleet of foot Guardians moving up on the south side of the map, backing up their War Spider Exarch, kind of threatening this victory point a little bit.
By the way, speaking of the War Spider Exarch, no upgrades on him so far.
Ooh, nice little high-powered shot coming out of the scouts right now, initiating that conflict.
So yeah, oh, they killed the grenade tosser there, and Edtjuh's gonna have to back out without being able to throw down a grenade spike. Probably VindicareX probably would have been able to dodge out of it anyway, but nonetheless, whenever you don't have to deal with one of those, it's always nicer. So VindicareX here not doing anything to defend his power farm. He's just pushing south at the moment and recapturing. He's very low on victory points. Edtjuh is actually at 500 to 194.
Yeah, Edtjuh just in sound control of that side of the map. You can see he has a whole like a demolitions crew set up here. He's got shields up. He's got protective Shuriken teams. He's got he's just made a whole operation out of sitting on this side of the map, doubly guarding that victory point as well as completely wrecking that power farm up there. So Finally, this back victory point, however, being capped by VindicareX. VindicareX, for the first time in this game so far, denting Edtjuh's 500 point lead.
This is kind of a new concept for Edtjuh in this game right now to actually not be bleeding VindicareX of victory points.
And once again, the scores are reversed in this game, so it is 489 to Edtjuh, the red player, 184 to VindicareX, the blue player.
Ooh, so we have the teleporter pack going down on the Force Commander here for VindicareX. This should help deal with these Shuriken cannon platforms. And he also has Armor of Alacrity on top of that too, so he's got a lot of speed, a lot of mobility on his Force Commander. It's going to be interesting to see what weapon he gets. Probably the Power Fist, maybe not. Ooh, we had the Otter Call on the bottom. So you can talk over me if you want, if there's something major going down.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I was busy watching exactly what you were watching. And there we have it, the Autarch taking control of the situation here, scaring all of these scouts out. Ooh, nice little explosive shot there out of the scouts, ending that conversation.
Look at the Guardians. Look at the position of the Guardians. Look at where the Guardians
ready for
are.
A grenade. Oh, they're winding up. They're anticipating, lining up the shot.
Here it goes. It's going to be.
Oh,
they one model.
Slightly early, but they still got that front model right there. They were ready and waiting for that. We can see the Shuriken weapons team now very aggressively. Oh, and there we have it. There is that Force Commander teleport taking control of the situation with his Thunder Hammer right now, doing lots of damage there.
Meanwhile, these attacks are engaged in melee with these Howling Banshees. They do not have a Sergeant yet. They've got no, and they shall know no fear, no proper melee backup there. They're still pretty good units in melee. As you saw, they actually managed to take those Banshees down pretty nicely until the Autarch came in. But nonetheless, so until they get that, Sergeant in there, they really don't want to be taking the Banshees straight up if they can avoid it. We got another Scout Squad here out in the field, force meleeing this Shuriken Cannon platform squad, but in a bad position here because these Banshees are falling all over them and the Autarch's on them, and now Banshees are on top of the other Scout Squad. Very nice explosive shot will force off the Banshees and attacks supporting, so actually this actually is working out pretty decently here for VindicareX in terms of getting everything out of the way there. He's focusing now on the Autarch, but there's only about 2-1. That Autarch should kill one more. Scout model does. Very low health Scout model. Not retreating yet.
Good moves there. And of course the benefit, ooh, nice little jump as well. And the benefit there is that Edtjuh is just forcing the fight to happen on stuff that is deep, deep into VindicareX's territory. So even winning that, he hasn't gained that much. He still has to recap all of the territory directly in front of his base. It is still a 3-cap right now. VindicareX ticking down below 80 points right now.
Oh, these attacks are in a really bad spot. There's dual guards. Oh, grenades!
Grenades everywhere!
Nice dodge, though, by VindicareX. Only one of the tactical Space Marines eating partial damage from it, but the other attack squad here is just kind of caught up in the middle of the Autarch and Guardians and everything else. Edtjuh will get out of here, but he's still trying to focus down this one tack with his Warspider Exarch, trying to move around the edges, but very nice micro that attack squad and the rest of his forces there by VindicareX to prevent the Warspider Exarch from focusing down that tactical Space Marine. But just go ahead and look at the map right now, and VindicareX is in dire straits, not to mention...
He needs to cap a victory point right now. He's going to get one, but he's at 28 points. He needs a second victory point. You can see him sending his wounded scout there to take care of that victory point. That's how desperate he is. That scout is definitely going to be attacked. We can see right now the Wraith Lord is on the field, stomping his way towards the center. We've got a webway gate going up in the exact center of the map right now. Lots of mobility. Oh, God. Howling Banshees, everybody pouring out of that.
I love this move with the webway gate here. It's just going to allow Edtjuh to constantly keep this pressure on, keep the pressure on. And we see that scout is going to go for that last victory point down here, but we already see a Shuriken setting up by it.
Yeah, that scout is going to be having some trouble right now. We can see he is just
very nice. There's a drop pod incoming.
Oh, just in time. Oh, man, almost wrecked that attack squad. There it goes.
Okay, there we go. Good.
He almost killed the squad that he was resupplying.
Yeah, unfortunately, he lost a member anyway because it was very low health, and drop pod won't do anything about that.
Yeah, it won't heal.
But nonetheless, so save the squad and allow them to stay on the field. And these Banshees doing a nice job of retargeting over to the tax, just kind of ignoring the Force Commander who, despite all of his mobility here, being suppressed by the Shuriken Cannon platform team, can't do too much, and that's GG.
Oh, man, and VindicareX just gets ticked down. Man, great game. So Edtjuh is going to be moving on to the round of 4. Congrats, and well played by VindicareX as well.